Good morning, everyone. This will be the full moon energy update for March 31st, 2018. I first want to ask you at this time to just go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Breathing is going to become very important in the next 3 months. And so I've been working and trying to harness a lot of these energies. And I'll tell you right now, if I'm fidgeting around, I'm actually holding some hematite in my hands because finding it very, very, very difficult to stay anchored in the earthly realms right now. A lot of people are really having a hard time. Myself and other energy therapists are really having a hard time transcending some of our ascension symptoms at this time. So an ascension symptom is something that will happen when your physical body has like a reaction to energy. So we've had some storms, solar flares, things like that. March 1st was my birthday, and we had a full blue moon. Tomorrow is full blue moon, again, my birthday. So the thoughts behind this moon energy is miracles and manifestations. So this full moon is actually very much like a new moon with a full moon mixed together. So as I'm starting to incorporate some of my energetic modalities into my wellness center here in Northern Illinois, I'm using these energies to help people understand them. So as I get images and things and learn how to incorporate them into my own body and into my own awareness, it becomes incredibly difficult to assist people as they do that themselves. But there are only a select few of us that are really learning how to anchor this energy so that we can help others. And helping others in person is very difficult because you really have to ground yourself. So for other healers right now, if you're having a trouble getting anchored, I've actually been using hematite and keeping it almost on my body at all times, keeping it in my pockets, underneath my pillow, things like that. It really helps with the polarity of the energies just stay intermixed. So, and I don't want this to be a super long video, so I did write down a few things to help stay anchored. So number one was the human difficulties, having trouble just dealing with humans. And this is where the universal love, your I am presence is, if you get into the frequency of I am love and I am loved, and learn to see people for everything that they are, and just reflect on, we can see something of ourselves in each person that we come across, and how to anchor that and how to just hold space for them. In some of my sessions with animals, one thing that's really been coming through for the pets is I was visited this week by an eagle. In the last 7 days, about 9 hawks and 2 owls came to me, as well as a beautiful blue jay came and kind of rested in the tree where I was meditating. I have a lot of birds that like to come around me in quote very close proximity, and one thing I've been playing with is some of chanting and things like that is something I don't have a lot of knowledge of, but as I use tuning forks in my practice, and as I listen to binaural beats, that really helps with meditation. And also as having a lot of frequencies in my ears at all times, I've always had a very good tone in my voice. And so today I actually started just playing with some ohms and saying them out loud. And my dog actually ran into the bathroom and started whining. And she's like, yes, what is that? Do that. And she just kept looking at me and wagged her tail. She says, yes, do that. And so I got my confirmation today with what's happening with pet ascension. So the last couple of weeks, I feel the need to be in silence all the time. Even right now, I have an appointment coming today, and no music, no relaxation music, no tones, no Reiki music, just quiet. Listen to the sounds that are around you. And as we move forward into spring, listen to nature as the animals come through all the time. That connection of sound vibration, it is there. If you just focus on it, it is there, and it is there for healing. And do not be afraid to let your own voice be heard and be healed. And as you allow your true self to come out in the next few months, it's one thing to have your voice be the voice of reason, but it's another to be silent. So silence speaks very loudly. And when we speak fewer words, they have more meaning. And so one thing I've really learned from the last 6 months as far as healing the throat energies, the throat is essentially, it is our connection between here and our heart. It creates a bridge. So as some of us are upgrading from like a 7 chakra system to 12 chakras, and some of us 15 to 16 chakras, understand that your throat chakra is the most important chakra right now, is to align the mind and the heart. And right now, this is something that female energies have done for a long time. So the male spectrum of energies is having a hard time accepting it. So for those of us that are really strong in our goddess energies and are really strong with that, we are there to help the godlike and divine masculine type energies, to help them anchor, because they understand none of it. And this is incredibly difficult for them. I've also been guided to explain a little bit about what is happening with ego, as far as there's a lot of movements going on in the world right now. And as far as ego goes, ego is not a real thing. So ego is this state of mind that we humans have made up. And so I find it much easier to not pass judgment. I find it much easier to let go of my ego, to recognize what is my ego and what is just me creating a human thing that doesn't truly exist. If we consider ourselves as just a component, we are the physical vibration on this earth that was created through all creation, as Easter comes, for those of you who have a very strong vibration towards Easter, and understand that it's not even at this point, it's not even ego death anymore. It's making a conscious decision to be who you are. So as things start to slip away from you and it feels like, oh, I'm ascending and I'm having this death of ego, ego doesn't exist. So when you let go of that and realize that you're not killing something, you're not ripping something apart, it becomes so much easier. So you can just accept healing vibrations, just healing. Part of my path is as a healer, is also as a co-creator. So it's my job to co-create within myself with my higher self. And part of that is my human conditioning has been ego and things like that. And I would say that many times in my life, it's not that I've held on to my ego, but I've had a hard time dealing with other people's egos. So when somebody judges me, I have a really hard time with that, because I have really been in a place of non-judgment for many years now. And as I've sought out higher healing, I resonate with healers that don't have strong egos, that don't judge me for making my mistakes. And one thing in this new energy that is coming after this full moon, there's so many things that are going to fall away so quickly, and you'll be surprised because you're like, wow, that was not even that important. And so it becomes easier and easier to just glow with the flow and be conscious. And it's not even about ego death. It's about just listening to your higher self and getting connected and aligned with it. And the sooner you do, everything will go quicker. I've been seeing more and more about the event that a lot of people are talking about, all these, the world ending and things like that. And the event is, as I see it, it's not a linear event. It is a dimensional event. And in this dimensional event, it doesn't have the limitation of space or time. So if there are leaders out there that are saying that this is going to happen, it's to cause those that believe that ego exists to panic. And so as we reach these higher vibrations of healing, just come into your body. So really what is all that is happening right now is the different dimensional shifts in our body, the different vibrations, you know. It's so different as for those of you who can't do the fluorescent lights. Those fluorescent lights vibrate at a frequency that bothers something inside of you. It's that simple. It's that simple. And so stay away from it. And if that's something that is healing for you, vibrate towards it. And so that is all that healing truly is. It's just feeling different vibrations and being attracted to some and not attracted to others. For right now, I keep feeling that for many of those, the event has already happened. To me, the event has already happened. I'm incorporating it in my life. My mind has shifted to a point where I do more listening. I do more inner inflection. I'm not even sure if that's a word, but as I've learned, I let go of human words so much sometimes that it's incredibly hard for me to make a video, because I feel like I could just send you an energy ball and that's our conversation, you know. And so for some of us, that is how we will communicate once we're more connected. On earth, if you are drawn to become a healer, it is very important for you to stay balanced. And if you are to stay balanced, that means the part of you that is healing and the part of you that is co-creating. So in the last few weeks, if you are a healer and you are not creating, you are going to have so many highs and lows where you feel like you have to let it out in music, you have to write, color, beadwork, anything with your hands that is going to help. For me, I do have to be very useful with my hands, and I do a lot of body work, so that really helps me move my body, keep my chakras open, and really tap into that. And a lot of this energy of creation is, what do I want to create for the future? You know, we're all going through that dialogue of, am I this? Am I this? Am I this? You know what? You know who you are. Write it down. Live it every day. That's how you speak truth into your life. You want to attract abundance, you start living it. And so it's going to be very important in these energies to go ahead and keep doing that. And again, I'm drawn to detoxing, any kind of spring water. So stay away from purified water. Be mindful of the water that you're putting in your body. If you can drink crystal water, so crystal water is where you take rose quartz, clear quartz, any kind of that, and you can actually put it in your water to charge your water with a higher vibration to make it healthier for you to drink. Be mindful of that. as well as keep seeking more healing. So if you go to a shaman or a healer or any energy therapist, please make sure that you are still doing that. And if you're not, seek somebody out. There's a lot of really great distance healing programs that can help you. I'm going to make it more available on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook for people to receive short energy healing sessions. And I'm not going to get into some of the big dimensional stuff unless it's requested and for those that it resonates with. So do what feels right, and know that this full moon is going to be about anything you've been wanting to or trying to get into your life in the next 5 years. That is something that those miracles are happening now. So know that whatever you put into place in this energy this weekend is going to reach fruition very fast. So do not be afraid of putting it out into the universe, because that is part of creation. Part of creating everything that you are meant to be is to put that into the universe. And if you do not already, if you haven't accepted your I am presence into your energy body, it is time to do that. It is time to do that now. It is time to, whether you believe in prayer is one thing, meditation is another, and then creating sacred space. All three different things. It's about gaining your higher wisdom and really stepping into your power. And so the best thing that I can tell you is to step into your I am presence. And your I am presence is I am, that's looking in the mirror and saying, I am a creator. I am the vibration of love. I am the vibration of all existence. And when you do that, you lift me up, you lift the person in the mirror up, you lift all human beings up into a higher level, which is really what all religions are trying to do. All spiritual teachers are going to do. And so I could probably do a video that'd be about 3 hours long with all these energies, but I really had to really focus it. And so if you follow me on Facebook, I will have a link for some full moon healing messages for those who are looking for it. For those of those who cannot come to my manifestation meditation session that is happening on tomorrow evening. So please like or subscribe to my channel. And I feel that after Mercury goes more direct mid-April, I will be able to do more videos. It's become very incredibly difficult to do so as things come in. As things come in, there's almost too much, and I've had to rest and almost be completely depleted of all my human energy on a daily basis. So for those of you who are dealing with it, I understand. It's been kind of a wild ride, but very rewarding as more blessings come into your peripheral vision and start to really make more sense. So in closing, I want to wish you love and light. And just really be kind to yourself at this time and accept the blessings that are coming, because there are some major shifts and some major beautiful things that are in the works. So be ready for those. And they have your name on them already. So be mindful of that. Namaste.